This is Shannon Dada speaking up aloud and loudly.
The energy, the faith, the devotion, which we bring to this endeavor, will guide our country and all serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world.
Okay, Hugh and Dre Feast, and this is Up Aloud and Loudly, and I am here with
Shannon Dada.
Shannon
Dada.
Shannon is very, thank you.
Yes, this is great, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Like, what y'all don't know, man, we've been talking, and man, let me tell you. But Shannon, explain to everyone who you are and what you do.
I am a playwright. I'm a writer. I'm a woman. I'm a person of color. I'm a JW. But what I claim more than anything is being a loving human being who's here to demonstrate love for people. I'm a lover to my heart. On a really huge level, I feel that everything that I am doing right now was a calling to enable people to have deeper, more loving relationships with other humans. We are in a place of deep poverty as far as love is concerned, and I feel it's my place, and I've been put walking this earth to enable others to love each other.
Sounds hippie-like, but that's what's up.
but it's deep. It's deep. People think it's like, just wishy-washy. Oh, that sounds like a fantasy, love, peace, and all that, like the ideals of the 60s. But no, like on a very real level, on a very authentic plane, like,
and this
love is relevant. It really is.
And this comes out in your artistry.
It does.
Now, the current artistry, how I met you, is under this play that you're... If I'm not, you producing?
Yes.
All right. So.
Yes, I am.
The name of this play is?
No Name is the name of the play.
No Name is the name. And we've been fortunate to sit in on some of the reading of it, and let me tell you something. This play off the chain.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Really, really, really good. Could you explain what it's about?
No Name is the story of 9 diverse Black women who represent 9 separate intersections of Black identity, and none of them have names. They only have stereotype states, and the privilege and the joy throughout the work is to show that these 9 women are infinitely more than their stereotype.
Sadness. Attention is not a thrill or a space of time. Attention is our currency. Can someone say that line?
Oh, hell no.
Who can say it? Go ahead, you can say it, girl.
Oh, hell no. I know that hoe ain't get more Instagram likes than me.
Infinitely more than their stereotype, yes.
And with these 9 women, they each have their own character of Black woman or representation of Black woman, right?
Yeah.
And I must admit, the writing for this, where was it? What inspired the writing for this?
A lot of hard knocks in life, a lot of tapestries, a lot of colors. Every single one of these women was me at some point in my life.
Yeah.
And yes, either a woman that I interacted with deep enough to feel her energy, to feel her spirit, to feel her pain, and to write about her in honor of her allowing me to share that journey with her, or myself. I am every single one of these women, which is why, like you guys asked me earlier, persona, how did you create these 9 personas? Right. They're not personas. These are real life words. Because I feel that I was put through a lot to be able to tell them. I feel that there were so many times in my life where I went through things and I was like, why am I going through this? Because you have the power to write about exactly what it is.
So let's talk about let's talk about you. All right, okay. The beginning. Yeah. So what got you into this? Like, what was that defining moment that you were like, I am going to start producing in the theater?
As the director of Evoladad Productions, I can tell you that the company created itself. Now is our time. But the very particular event was, I was just a poet in my room writing something. I prayed for a whole month, as if this is your will for my life, let me know. By the second rehearsal, we had a room full of black women from all over the United States. Like, this is my story. Please let me help you tell my story. It was amazing. I had every single one of the women, because I said I'm a love leader. That's what I'm about. So I had every single one of the women stand up. Please tell us what it's like being a black woman. And we had tears. We had breakdowns. We had... it's so hard for us, Shannon, in this industry, because casting directors don't see a black woman in a leading role. We could be talented, we could love the genre, we could have researched the role. If you have a black face as a female, they don't want you in the leading role. And it was like God was telling me, like, Shannon, what are you going to do with this room full of black women pouring their heart out to you? So Evoladad Productions created itself. And, Evoladad, why Evoladad? Dada, love backwards. That's our mission. Dada, love backwards. I'm about the love. I told you guys that from the beginning. I will rep that all day. So that's how it came about.
Okay, now... This is now black women. They have a stereotype. Now
there are many, aren't there?
There are many.
Yes.
How many? Why? When this coming together, how many of those stereotypes did you witness?
Oh my God, it's heartbreaking. Oh my God. I feel like, as an artist, you always have to be a little bit tortured to write something meaningful and substantial. And the torture that I have seen, the cruelty that I have seen in mass media, it sickens me. And yes, that's the problem. The issue is that I have seen everyone dehumanized. And they said, well, why for black women? Why a production company for black women? Because we are the most dishonored flowers on earth. We are given the most demeaning titles and labels and names, and we have to live in that and feed our children in those names. And so, yes, I think that No Names is going to speak to so many women, because every black woman alive has been stereotyped. Are you good? We're afraid to speak the truth at work because I don't want them to think that I'm a loud, black, angry woman. But anger is a human emotion. I don't want them to think that I'm hood and street because this is where I came from. But, if someone was to say I'm from Paris or France or Milan, they could be proud of that, but you can't be proud of coming from Detroit? What's going on here? So, yeah, that's where I got it from. Have I seen stereotype women? Hell yes, I have. And it's been terrible that I've seen it. It's been terrible.
With this play, what is one of the main things that you hope the audience to take away from it?
We're all suffering. I gotta be more compassionate.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
Okay, so I have about 3 that I have to name.
Give me the list. How
much time we got in this interview? No, I could not be a JW and not say that, Jesus is a loving human being, perfectly loving intentions for humankind, helping others. That's my very first. I have to rep that. And after that, Nina Simone, I want to thank her. I want to thank her one day and tell her, Nina, you know what? Without 4 women, there would be no name. Because Nina Simone in 4 Women dived deep into the interactions of black women. My skin is yellow. My skin is tan. Between 2 worlds I do belong. Nina was a genius before her time. And she graced us. She graced us with 4 women. And I would not have been able to create No Name without 4 women. And after that, just a long list of black women, but Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou's intentions for people. It wasn't just that she was winsome with her words. She said, you can be a phenomenal woman. I am a phenomenal woman, you know? And she was a loving human being. And so those are, you know, my top three. You know, Jesus, Nina Simone, Maya Angelou, in that order.
So, JW, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's
okay.
Witness.
Like,
yes.
Is that a gang? Okay.
No, Jehovah's Witness. Yes. I don't hide that at all.
Okay.
Do not hide that at all.
That is what's up. It's a lot of inspiration. And once again,
Yes.
I really, really appreciate you taking your time for this. This No Name is going to be off the chain. The reading blew me away.
Thank you.
I can only imagine the actual theater play. Wow.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. 2 questions left for you, right? All right. The first question is, how can people reach you? How can people reach out, show support, show love for this whole production?
Please reach out to me by email. I'm not going to put my phone number out there, but yeah, email Shannon Dada at evoladadtheater.com. Shoot me an email, We have a website, www.evoladadtheater. Dada love backwards, you guys. Theater, the American way, ER. And just reach out to me. We're more than happy to contact you guys. Also info@Evoladad Theater. But yeah, my direct email is shannondada at evoladadtheater.com. Reach out.
All right, so this is going to be very different. So, the last question. If you can go back 10 years, what would you tell yourself?
Dang. I would say, believe that humble beginnings create masterful ends. That's what I would say. I would say, do not forget that Jehovah is the most powerful force on earth, and just by loving him with everything you are, it's going to get you somewhere more than anything you could have envisioned for yourself. That's what I would say.
No Love. When does it come out?
Please do not miss this, you guys. February 3rd, 2018, Star Theater in the West End, coming to the heart of the Black community. We are not afraid to rep the West End. Whoop, whoop.
Coming to the West End.
Coming to the West End, historical Black theater, Star Theater. We are coming to the heart of our community with our message. We really are.
Straight to home, baby.
Taking it home.
Real quick, I got a bonus question to you. Name the play that you fell, the first play that you fell in love with as a child.
He asked me this before.
Go ahead.
He asked me this before, you guys. I'm a Shakespeare fan. I am a playwright to my heart, and I know we talked about this. I don't know how much time we have on this interview, but we were talking about how I don't believe it was really Shakespeare, the 16th Earl of Essex, and all kinds of heresy with Elizabeth, but whatever. But the writing, the man that created that writing. I was a child and watching TV. I wasn't outside playing with toys. I was into theater and sparsing and intellectual banter and wit. And so, yes, one of my very favorites by far is Comedy of Errors, but also Much Ado About Nothing, because it is comedy, it is wit, it is so many different things. So yes, that's definitely one of my favorites.
Very much for your time. This is June Dre Feast, and I'm speaking up aloud and loud.